Oh, there's the key. Okay. Wait, what did I open or unlock? Another key. Level 1 done. Need more keys. Okay. There no. What? Wait. Oh. Now I need to backtrack through everything. Just a heads up, guys, I may have a migraine coming my way. If that happens, I'm gonna have to close this out earlier than expected. I mean, like, I know it's already a little bit earlier than expected, but I mean, if that happens, it's gonna have to go down immediately. So just a heads up, alright? No. First platformer, first game, actually, was the combo Super Mario Duck Hunt. Although my grandfather did have the tabletop version of Pong, so I played that too. But, I mean, not that that's a platformer, but first games, you know, whatever, kind of a big deal. Oh, hangover has nothing to do with it. Migraine is just a thing I get periodically due to visual stimuli. I have this thing that I get that's almost like a miniature seizure in the vision center of my brain. This has happened since I was, I don't know, 12, 13, something like that. And, doesn't have anything to do with the drinking or the stress or whatever. It just happens from time to time. And yeah, it's the part of my brain that processes images freaking out, and after it passes, I end up with a migraine, bottom line. Sometimes I can avoid it. If I'm just watching a movie, then no big deal. But if I'm doing something like this, that's a bit more difficult. And especially if I'm drinking, that's the cue that I need to just check out. So I got a little flash like that was happening, but then nothing did, so... Okay! Level get! Okay, so we didn't get a computer until, we got a Packard Bell that was a Windows 95. And my father got the whole shebang. The tower, the monitor, the keyboard, speakers, and a printer. I want to say the entire thing cost him like $3 grand. I don't know if he got ripped off or if that's just the price they were at the time. I'm expecting kind of 50-50, honestly. So after that, it was like, you know, oh, get games to the computer. No, they're too expensive. But I got to play all sorts of shit on demo discs. Or play games that were, you know, knockoffs of other games. It's actually something that still boggles my mind is like my father thought it was okay to spend like, you know, $400 a month on watering all the trees and landscaping we had around our property. But, you know, spending $20 on a game is like, oh no, that shit's expensive. Like, well, yeah, it sounds like it, but you also have to keep in mind, like, when this was, you know, computers used to be, like, crazy expensive. Comparatively now, like, it's nothing, you know? Death clock. Yay! Banished girl cat. Yeah, he was. I mean, like, he would drag my sister and I along on fishing trips when he knew that neither of us had any interest in fishing because he wanted us to like it the way he liked it. It's like, if things didn't conform to him, then it was wrong. Anyway, I digress. First Quake or Wolfenstein, no, we were not allowed to get violent games. That actually was because of my mom, not because of my father. My father would have cared less. He loves his knives and guns and firearms and weapons and you name it. No, we got, let's see here. when we got a Windows 98, that came with Hexen 2, Quake 2, Heavy Gear, and ooh, that was close. Hold on. Stand by. Stand by! Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Got it! Okay, yeah, we weren't allowed to touch violent games. No Street Fighter, no Contra, anything that had, like, guns with bullets or physical violence was out. But Windows 90... Well, it was running Windows 98. For us... Let's see here. At that time, I was already 13, so... Yeah, 98, that works. I finally got to play with T-rated games. And, yeah, Quake 2, Battlefield 2, Heavy Gear, and Hexen 2. Or maybe it's just the new version of Battlefield, I don't know. A couple of them had graphic violence, a couple did not. And at the time, the price was decreasing on games, and we actually had a system that could run them somewhat well. So we started to get more for the PC at that point. Let's see here. Oh my, that's harsh. How am I gonna do that? Maybe if I just run it in. Nice. No, I missed. Damn it. About that time, I mean, I can't say she was completely okay with it. Like, I could tell there was some resistance. But because the games were rated T, and I was 13, it was like, it got, you know, a reluctant pass. Again, too fast. Okay. All right. Trying to maneuver backwards through those saws is just awful.